there. So I'm on my way to look at another Model A. There's a coupe and a sedan there. So if they're, well, I'm really interested in the coupe. If the coupe's in way better shape than mine, which I'm hoping it is, then I'm probably going to flip mine and keep this one. But until I see them, who knows? So, you'll know when I know. So I really don't like filming at these people's places, but I got me a real coupe. Got me a real coupe, and it came packaged with a sedan. I don't really have any plans for this one. This one I'm probably just gonna sell. But still, definitely cool. The sedan though came with the rear fenders. He's supposed to get me the trunk lid and stuff yet, but it's in nice shape, like even the window frame, everything. Pretty happy with it. Anyways, let's get her home. The Model A is all loaded up. Basically I bought them, it was a package deal. This deal came along just after I bought that special coupe. I probably would have bought this one over that car. I did see some value in that special coupe, so does it have that chassis, which is a little too long, but it does have the disc brakes and the hairpins and all that jazz with it, so I don't know, I want to keep the chassis. This coupe is a lot nicer than the special coupe that I got, so I'm going to clean up that car, probably try to put it on a chassis, make it a roller, and outdoor. Next one will probably be this Model A. I'm just keeping a couple little bits, but I'm pretty much just going to flip that one. I don't really need the sedan. I have another sedan, so I don't need both of them. And yeah, the other vehicle, I bought a few other vehicles, so I have a 58 panel. I'll probably show you all. That one's a little rougher. I knew it was rough when I bought it, but it was missing a driver's door, so I didn't know that. So Buddy has one, so at least I'm gonna get that together, get it complete as a roller, and that one I'm gonna flip. And then I have another 50 Chevy that I'm picking up. That one's got a big old 10-foot box, so, but it's supposed to be in really nice shape, so we'll see. Well, it is just Model A chaos around here. Gee, money. Anyways, this is the coupe. Like I say, it's got the window frame, the header, it's got all the bits. Super cool. Yeah, it's like super nice shape. Tiny bit of rust down on the bottom, typical around here. The other fella started cutting out because he was going to tub it or something. but it's still there, so I can just pretty much buzz it back in, fix up the bottom. Same down here, little patch down on this part. But there is some damage on this quarter. I'm gonna figure out. It's not the end of the world. I think this is supposed to be out more, kind of like this side. You can see on this side and this side, there's just some weirdness. It's like it must have got hit here, or I don't know. But either way, this thing's in so much nicer shape and a real coupe. I don't have, and it's newer, it's like a 3031. This one's still cool, but I'm thinking what's going to happen is I'm just going to put this on a Model A chassis and kind of send her down the road. See if I can recoup some of my monies, and away I go. Still a cool start for somebody, this one. So yeah, that's that. But you can see the differences, right? You see how the coupe, this body line is what I was talking about that one time, and then it comes off like that. Whereas a special coupe doesn't have that. It would have had this thing, and then it has this garnish. Whereas the coupe doesn't have that. So yeah, I don't know. Came with a few bits. There's a spare panel. He's got the trunk lid, but he's gonna get that to me yet. Yeah, pretty pumped. Pretty pumped. So I'm gonna kind of keep working with this chassis. So I'm gonna keep this chassis, but yeah. The other thing I got is a sedan. So I've had a sedan that I was kind of mucking around with a while ago, but this other sedan was kind of a package deal that I bought. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep this other sedan, and I'll kind of tweak this one a little bit. This is the one I was working on. So it's got a mono spring in the back. The idea was to run it full fendered, with no skirts. So it was going to look sectioned, but not, I guess, if that's the right way to say. So either way, I started building this frame. So I built there as a roller, and whatever. The frame's not hard to make, so I might make another one. Might sell this as a package, I think. Keep a few bits out of it and pass it on. But the one I got is a 3031. I mean, it doesn't look much better, but it's in really nice shape compared. So this is the one that came with the coupe. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull the body off this frame, put the coupe on this frame, or the special coupe onto this frame, and then I can sell it as a roller. But we'll see. For now, I'm gonna fiddle around with all the parts here and see what I got going on. And yeah. Anyways, I guess I wanted to show that, what was happening. Like I say, it's pretty banged up, but most of that stuff will just pop right out. Like that. Look at that. Just about fixed. Pretty neat. Good old steel, except for this one. That's quite the dinger there. There's a good dinger in the door too. We've got a lot of the important bits. So when I bought the 56, I got this with it. So kind of a bummer we're missing the one door. So I'm trying to source one out right now. I do have a hood in the shop for this thing. But it's just going to be a big project for somebody. Definitely not me. I just figured I'd grab it because it was there and didn't want it to go to scrap. But it is your typical rusty eyebrows, you know, it's going to be a big project for somebody. Too bad that quarter's really hammered out. It's got such cool logos and stuff on it though. And then Rolly grabbed himself a panel. I think he's going to use these parts and stuff for his. So there's this one, a GMC delivery panel. I call them the same thing, but they are clearly different. The hood for it's inside. There's no motor. The axle's inside, but I'm not sure what he wants. I know he wanted like the rear doors and stuff for his. But yeah, this sucker's pretty neat too. Although it's pretty similar to his. Pretty much the same thing, but this one's like a 54. 54, 55, I don't know, you know, how that is with these, but because it's got the cool dash. I think the clusters are cooler on these than the older stuff. This one had the sunk gauges there. I don't know. They look like just something different about them. They just look three-dimensional or something. I don't know. I like them. Anyways, they're both from like probably that same laundry company, which is Crown Cleaners. So yeah, just a few things that have been going on around here, I guess. You just want to go inside, eh? Alright, well, I'm doing a little bit of work on my Model A here. Thinking I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Kind of looks like I just hackered this thing all up, but there was a purpose for it. At the time I was raising the wheel well arches, but there's some fitment issues with these wheels and stuff. There's a Ford Ranger diff in here, and then I got wheel adapters to bump it up to the wide 5, or the big bold Ford 5 on 5.5. So, but it still needs to go out more, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, well, it needs more of offset of a wheel, or I'm thinking of just doing the tub in this body a bit. I want to leave the option that if I or somebody wants to bolt the fenders on, they can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shave this fender just under all the bolt holes, or where the bolt holes are supposed to be, so we can still bolt the fender on. Still have a decent amount of travel. Yeah, because it seems like I boo-booed when I set this up. You can see we're waiting on it, but I don't have a lot of travel going on there, which it doesn't bother me. And I haven't cut this out for the drive shaft part here yet. But this needs to go down a little. I basically just built a 2-link with the spring behind. But again, not a big deal, because you can just put a block under there to get my ride height. So I'm never too worried about screwing it up that way. You can always raise it. It's just hard to lower stuff. So I set that up, built my own notch, and my own frame rails, to which I just plasmaed out a step. I didn't do anything crazy with a big bump, because the idea is to run full fendered on this car. So anyways, I'm going to toy around a little with this. I'm going to kind of zap this in place, and I can trim this out. This was my boo-boo. I didn't do that right. This side I did better. You can see I stepped it right. Because this is supposed to be way down here. So I raised up the wheel well arches. Yeah, like I say, the idea was to run running boards with no splash aprons. So you would have a very, I don't know. I would say the car would look sectioned, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And then I can give it a chop and still have a lot of room in the car. That was my mentality with that. So, and I've seen some done and they look super cool. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it with this car, but I'm gonna kind of get the ball rolling for somebody else. And that 30, 31, whichever one I bought, it's in a lot nicer shape. So it's not as straight as this one, but I don't know if I want to deal with all the rust. Well, that doesn't bother me, the rust, but I don't know. Just maybe go a different way. I haven't, like I say, no hurry. I started this thing a long time ago, and yeah, this is where it got. and it's been sitting for almost ever now. So I think I'll ship her down the road and let somebody else enjoy it and build it. So yeah, let's get this trimmed up and tacked in place. This is basically what I want to do, is open it up about that much over on the other side, because it'll probably need to be tubbed. It fits nice with the fenders on, but yeah, anyways, enough gabbing. Let's start welding. So I got my panel all tacked in. This I have to trim a little differently. I'm not sure how that has to happen yet, because this has got to get cut out. But yeah, fix my little boo-boo. So we're still got to do the other side. I'll do that tomorrow. This one I didn't mess up as bad, so it's going to be like a lot quicker. Hey buddy. So this is pretty much how I envisioned this car, but with the chop. You can see it's pretty, the idea was to get her pretty low, no splash aprons, kind of do a chop. I was going to run it closed hood, all that stuff. But the way the running boards work and the way the frame goes, that all, sorry, not the way the running boards, the way the fenders and the swoop in the frame, it all works together really nice. Get that slow, low look. You can see the back needed to come up a little bit more. Like I said, I had screwed up with the spring, but you can just put a spacer underneath it. So now there's still, other than needing a little bit of tubbing on the inside, this is probably about as far as I'm going to get with it though. The other car is much nicer, so I'm going to keep that one. So, yeah. I guess that'll do her for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.